Hi, welcome to our latest Monday Market Update live from Seven Summits Lodge here in Trilogy at Tehaleh. My name is David Sturm. I'm a local real estate agent. I live and work in Tehaleh, but I service the entire Bonney Lake market, everywhere from the lake to the plateau. And hopefully, if you've tuned in here before, welcome back. But hopefully, I'll share some insights. And if you're thinking about moving here, you'll have a much more informed decision. So hopefully, you can tune in every week. Every Monday, I'm here and filling you in on what's going on in the community. And if you're thinking about living here or moving here, please reach out to a local agent first. Saves you lots of time and money. If you don't use me, use another local agent. But I always recommend my clients give me a call first. Call that number below. I'll set up a tour, show you around, give you some insider tips and how to make it a very uh, good process, a smooth process. And without further ado, I'm going to get into a few things today about the market, but then tell you the top reasons people move here. So if you're thinking about moving here and you're kind of figuring out what it's all about, check out my YouTube channel, my Trail Talks in Tehaleh. I'll give you a real good insider's look at what it's like living here, and I'll fill you in on a few things that's going on in the community as well today. So we got 77 active homes. That's pretty typical right now. We're seeing a little uptick in inventory, so there are some more homes that are available. 35 of those are resales. If you tuned in before, most of the homes in Tehaleh are new construction. There's only 3,000 out of almost well over 9,000 that have been built. So there's always an opportunity to get in here. They're selling out the northernmost section in Eagle Ridge and Tye Ridge, but they're expanding in other areas. So I can fill you in on that as we go here. They're also going to have another 55 and older type development in Tehaleh too. So as Trilogy sells out, where I live, I bought here a few years ago, and it's almost all sold out now. There was one home that went for sale, didn't even make it on the market. It was off market deal, a small little duet that sold for $560,000. It's just incredible the amount of equity some of these homes have already had in the last couple of years. But gives you some idea of the price point there. The 550 to 650 is some of the smaller homes here in Trilogy, but majority of them are above the 650, the 750, even over the 850, depending on the size of the house. But anyway, half of those resales in the whole entire Bonney Lake, though, are under $600,000. So there are affordable homes in the Bonney Lake market if you're looking for that. Actually, three of the resales went for over $1 million. So, three active homes are over $1 million in the Bonney Lake area. Obviously, Lake Tapps with the lakefront views, you're going to have a couple of those. There's actually some land within Tehaleh that's available. So if you're a developer, let me know. I can tune you on to that. There were 23 homes last week that sold. So, 23 people moved into houses here in Bonney Lake. So it is happening. People are getting into homes. The highest one was $1.175 million, a four-bedroom, two and a half, 3,800 square foot home here in Tehaleh. Just a huge place, but give you some insights there. And of course, pendings are 245 pendings, and we know that most of those are new construction, and 65 of those are resales. So very much different than here in Pierce County than it is in King County. If you checked out my video from last week, we talked about some of the differences between the two counties. But call me. I'll give you some insights on the difference between Pierce County and King County. But the 5 reasons that most people move to Tehaleh, first and foremost, the number one is the community and lifestyle. I mean, it really is unique here. It's a very safe community. The neighborhoods are so defined. You're gonna know your neighbors. It's one of the drawbacks of Tehaleh is there's not a lot of big yards. Houses are very close together here, but they've taken all the green space out of the backyards and side yards, and they put them into the trails and the parks and the public spaces all around here in Tehaleh. So, the lifestyle really is very neighbor friendly. You're gonna know your neighbors. And there's lots of activities or lots of events, community events that go on. not only in the community, but local neighborhoods have their own little events. There's Facebook page groups for every type of thing you want to do. If you're in Tehaleh, in Trilogy in Tehaleh, we have the clubhouse here. There's infinite number of things going on here at the clubhouse for events. Every type of group that you want to be a part of, they have it here, from hiking to sewing to pickleball to golf. You can find it all here. But the sense of community is what's really draws people here the most. So once you feel, and you got to be here to feel it. You can look at pictures all day long, go on YouTube channels, but you got to come and look and get a real feel for what it's like here, to give you an idea of that lifestyle here with the parks and the trails and things. And that's the second reason, is that it's close to nature. It is it's on the gateway into Mount Rainier National Forest. 410 runs just north above Tehaleh and takes you right into the Mount Rainier recreational area. So it's very close. An hour you're to the mountain. The parks and trails. We have Lake Tapps here. Lake Tapps is a fun place to hang out. There's some golf courses up there, and there's lots of boating that you can do up there, from paddle boards to kayaking. So that's 15, 20 minutes away. So it's right here as well. And it is like living in a forest. I mean, the other night when there weren't any clouds, you'd have no light pollution. So you can sit in your backyard, look at the stars. The mountain's out. It's gorgeous, and you're so close to nature, and they've really intertwined nature within the community because of all the trails. There's going to up towards the 50 miles of trails already, and there are over a dozen parks. So it's very much like living in a forest. And three, it's close enough to Seattle, so it's close enough, but it feels like it's a world away. I mean, today I just ran up to Seattle. It took me an hour to get there, an hour to get back. It was midday, but the airport's 45 minutes away. Tacoma is about a half hour, 45 minutes away, depending on traffic. And at the same time, you've got the Sumner, the Sounder that runs out of Sumner, which is just down the hill from Tehaleh and Bonney Lake. And you can take that connector all the way up into Seattle, and it takes you all the way down to Portland as well. So they're expanding that all the time too. So you're still close to everything. There's a Lowe's, there's a Home Depot, there's Costco 10 minutes away. A Kohl's is coming in to the Bonney Lake area. New restaurants are opening up all the time. And then you have Puyallup. There's a mall, South Hill Mall, that's there. So you're within a half hour of any type of shopping that you want to get hold of. And the fourth is the climate. It is temperate here. Yes, it does seem to rain quite a bit this year. It is, but it's that temperate climate. You got to love it. If you're sweltering in the heat somewhere, this is the place for you. I'm from the Midwest, so I always say they can keep all the humidity and all the heat back there in the Midwest. And you know what? In the wintertime, I can go visit the snow. I don't have to live in it for 4 or 5 months. So the climate here is very agreeable, and it doesn't rain as much as people say, but it is kind of a misty rain. It's a different type of rain, but we don't walk around with umbrellas here. We just deal with the weather as it happens, and we enjoy it while it happens, and we don't let it dampen our spirits, pun intended. Also, the multi-generational living is the fifth reason. People like the fact that they can, a lot of grandparents are moving in because their kids live nearby, and a lot of seniors that are in the community can live in this 55 and older Trilogy community. And Tehaleh in general is a very family-friendly environment. And then there's Wesley for the late in life care. There's 3 different types of care there at Wesley. It's not a nursing home per se, but it's very much a integral part of the community as people are aging in place and wanting to be near their kids and their grandkids. It really makes it a nice community to do that in. So those are the top 5 reasons why people love living here. If you're thinking about living here, please reach out to me. Please like, subscribe, give me a comment below. I'd love to meet you, show you around. The clients that do meet me and have a conversation with me have a much better experience buying or selling in the Bonney Lake area than they would otherwise. So I'm happy to answer any questions, give you a tour, call the number below, and I'll see you when you get here. See you next week.